Finding the right partner isn't about chasing feelings or following a checklist. It's about recognizing the signs that truly matter, the signs that show you're with someone who brings out the best in you. Most people focus on the wrong things: how attractive he is, how much money he makes, or if you have chemistry. But those aren't the real indicators of a lasting relationship. The truth, the right person transforms your life in subtle yet profound ways. And today I'm breaking down the 5 unmistakable signs he's truly the one for you. These aren't just any signs. These are relationship breakthroughs that separate temporary connections from lifelong bonds. The kind of insights that can save you years of heartache and confusion. What makes these signs so powerful is that they're based on genuine connection, not surface level attraction that fades with time. When you recognize these signs, everything shifts. Suddenly you stop questioning, you stop comparing, you find certainty in a world of relationship chaos. These 5 signs will give you clarity when you need it most. They'll help you determine if you're truly with the right person or if you're settling for less than you deserve. When a man respects your boundaries, it's not just polite behavior, it's a foundation for genuine love. Boundary respect shows up in countless small moments. It's him asking before making plans that affect you both. It's giving you space when you need it without making you feel guilty. It's accepting your no the first time without pushing or manipulating. Think about how he responds when you express a limit. Does he listen attentively? Does he adjust his behavior? Or does he dismiss your concerns, call you too sensitive, or try to change your mind? Healthy boundaries aren't about building walls. They're about defining where you end and he begins. In relationships without clear boundaries, resentment grows silently until it poisons everything. A man who's right for you won't see your boundaries as obstacles to overcome. He'll see them as valuable information about how to love you better. He'll be curious about what makes you comfortable and uncomfortable. Pay attention to his reaction when you cancel plans because you're overwhelmed. Notice how he handles disagreement about physical intimacy. Watch what happens when you ask for time alone. Many women mistake boundary pushing for passion or persistence. But real love doesn't erode your sense of self. It strengthens it. This respect extends beyond just the two of you. A man who respects your boundaries will also honor your relationships with friends and family, your career commitments, and your personal goals. True support isn't just cheering from the sidelines, it's active participation in your journey of becoming. When a man is right for you, he sees your potential without trying to mold you into his ideal. He celebrates your wins as if they were his own. No jealousy, no competition, just genuine pride in watching you shine. Look at how he responds when opportunity knocks at your door. Does he encourage you to answer, or does he subtly make you feel guilty about pursuing dreams that might take time away from him? Growth often requires change, and change can be threatening to insecure partners. But the right man understands that your evolution doesn't diminish what you share, it enriches it. He asks questions about your passions. He remembers details about your goals. He notices when you're making progress, even when it's not obvious to others. Supporting your growth means he's comfortable being uncomfortable. When you outgrow old patterns, he adjusts. When you need different types of support, he adapts. Pay attention to whether he listens when you talk about future plans. Does he offer help without taking over? Does he respect your process even when it's messy? Many relationships stagnate because one person fears the other's growth. They create an invisible ceiling, limiting what's possible to keep things predictable. But with the right partner, there is no ceiling. There's just open sky and someone holding the ladder steady while you climb higher than you ever thought possible. When you're with someone truly right for you, your body knows it before your mind does. Peace settles in your chest where anxiety once lived. Many mistake drama and emotional intensity for passion and depth. They chase relationships that swing between extreme highs and devastating lows. But constant emotional turbulence isn't love, it's chaos wearing a convincing disguise. With the right person, you'll notice a profound shift. Your shoulders relax, your breathing deepens, that nagging inner voice questioning everything goes quiet. This doesn't mean perfect harmony all the time. It means feeling safe during disagreements. It means knowing a bad day won't spiral into relationship destruction. It means trusting he'll still be there tomorrow. Notice how you feel before seeing him. Are you anxious about saying the wrong thing? Worried about his unpredictable moods? Or do you feel calm anticipation, knowing you can simply be? Pay attention to physical signs. Tension headaches disappearing, sleeping better when he's around, eating normally instead of stress snacking or losing your appetite. True connection creates a sense of coming home, not to a physical place, but to yourself. When someone is right for you, their presence feels like emotional shelter in a chaotic world. Many stay in anxiety-producing relationships because they mistake nervous butterflies for chemistry. But real chemistry isn't about nervous energy. It's about feeling so comfortable that your nervous system finally powers down. Love shouldn't hurt. It should heal. Consistency might sound boring, but it's actually revolutionary in a world of mixed signals and hot and cold behavior. A man who's right for you doesn't leave you guessing. His actions align with his words. When he says he'll call, he calls. When he makes promises, he keeps them. Not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's difficult. Watch how he behaves when no one's looking, when there's nothing to gain, when following through requires sacrifice. These moments reveal character more than grand gestures ever will. Consistent behavior builds a foundation of trust. Without it, relationships become exhausting games of emotional detective work, analyzing texts, second-guessing intentions, walking on eggshells. Look for patterns over time, not isolated moments. Does his kindness remain steady through stressful situations? Does his communication stay open during disagreements? Does his respect for you continue when you're not giving him what he wants? Many confuse unpredictability with excitement. They mistake drama for passion. But chasing someone who runs hot and cold creates an addictive cycle. Relief when things are good, withdrawal when they're not. True consistency doesn't mean perfection or rigidity. It means reliable core values that don't shift with circumstances. It means knowing who he is today will be essentially who he is tomorrow. Consistency shows up in small ways: checking in regularly, following through on daily promises, maintaining similar energy levels in person and on the phone. These seemingly minor behaviors actually form the bedrock of emotional safety. Being fully yourself without editing or filtering is perhaps life's greatest freedom. With the right partner, that freedom becomes reality. Many relationships involve subtle shape-shifting, laughing at jokes you don't find funny, hiding interests he might judge, downplaying parts of yourself that seem too much. Over time, these small compromises create a gap between who you are and who you present. With the right man, that gap closes completely. You speak without rehearsing. You share fears without sugarcoating. You show quirks without apologizing. Notice how you feel after spending time together. Energized, not drained. Lighter, not heavier. These feelings signal authenticity rather than performance. Watch what happens when you reveal less flattering aspects of yourself: morning grumpiness, irrational fears, embarrassing stories? Does he embrace these parts with the same warmth he shows your more polished sides? True acceptance isn't about tolerating who you are. It's about celebrating it. He finds charm in your oddities. He sees strength in your vulnerabilities. He values your unique perspective, even when it differs from his own. Many mistake being loved for who they pretend to be as real love, but it creates a terrifying situation, maintaining a facade while fearing what happens if it slips. Authentic connection means both growing together and allowing separate identities. It means supporting individual expression while building something shared. When you can breathe fully in someone's presence without holding back any part of yourself, you've found something precious, not just acceptance of who you are, but celebration of it. Conflict exists in every relationship. What matters isn't avoiding disagreements, it's how you navigate them together. With the right partner, arguments don't deteriorate into character assassinations or silent treatments. Instead, they become opportunities for deeper understanding, doorways to greater intimacy, not walls that separate. Pay attention to what happens during disagreements. Does he listen to understand or merely to respond? Does he fight for victory or for resolution? Does he remember he loves you even when he's frustrated with you? Many fear conflict because past experiences taught them disagreements lead to destruction. But healthy conflict actually strengthens bonds when handled with care and respect. Notice what happens after arguments resolve. Do you feel closer or more distant? Has something been healed or has a new wound opened? Do you understand each other better or feel more misunderstood? Meaningful relationships require occasional friction. It's through working through differences that two individuals become a team, developing shared language for future challenges. Watch how he handles your emotions during tense moments. Does he stay present with your feelings without trying to fix, minimize, or escape them? Can he hold space for your perspective even when it differs from his? A man who's right for you won't weaponize your vulnerabilities during fights. He won't bring up past mistakes to win current arguments. He won't use love as leverage or affection as currency. When conflicts consistently lead to growth rather than destruction, when disagreements end with both feeling heard rather than defeated, you've found something rare and precious. Compatibility runs deeper than shared Netflix preferences or liking the same restaurants. It lives in aligned visions for what life could be. When someone truly fits your future, you don't need to squint or tilt your head to make them fit the picture. Their presence there feels natural, even inevitable. Notice whether thoughts about building a life together bring excitement or anxiety. Does planning ahead feel like an adventure or a compromise? Do conversations about the future flow easily or feel forced? Many settle for partners who fit their present but clash with their future. They hope time will magically resolve fundamental differences about children, career paths, or lifestyle choices. It rarely does. Shared values matter more than shared interests. You can develop new hobbies together, but core beliefs about what makes life meaningful tend to remain constant. Watch how he responds when you talk about your dreams. Does he engage with curiosity? Does he make space for your ambitions within joint plans? Does he offer support without trying to redirect your path? A relationship that's right doesn't require abandoning personal dreams. Instead, it creates space where individual goals can flourish alongside collective ones. Pay attention to whether you can envision overcoming life's challenges together. Can you picture navigating financial setbacks, health issues, or family difficulties as a team? When someone truly fits your future, conversations about tomorrow feel liberating rather than limiting. You don't shrink your dreams to accommodate the relationship. Instead, the relationship becomes soil where dreams grow stronger, taller, and more vibrant than they could alone. Intuition speaks in whispers, not shouts. With the right person, those whispers become clear signals guiding you forward. Many dismiss intuition as irrational or unreliable, but that inner knowing carries wisdom gathered from every relationship experience, every observation, every lesson learned throughout life. It processes information faster than conscious thought ever could. When something feels off, despite perfect on-paper compatibility, pay attention. When peace persists, despite challenges or differences, listen closely. These feelings aren't random. They're intuitive intelligence at work. Notice what happens in quiet moments together. Does your mind race with doubts and questions, or does a sense of rightness settle over you? This calm certainty differs completely from the desperate certainty that comes from fear of being alone. Intuition speaks through physical sensations, a lightness in your chest when thinking about the relationship, a sense of expansion rather than contraction when picturing the future together, an absence of that nagging feeling something isn't right. Distinguishing intuition from fear requires practice. Fear stems from past wounds and speaks in panicked, urgent tones. Intuition feels grounded, centered, and patient. Try sitting quietly for 5 minutes, focusing on your breath. Then bring this person to mind. What sensations arise? What thoughts float up? What emotions surface? The answers reveal what your deeper self already knows. Many ignore intuitive warnings because logical explanations override them. Others dismiss positive intuitive signals because past hurts create distrust. When your mind, heart, and gut align around the same message, when logic, emotion, and intuition all point toward this person, you've found rare and precious clarity. These 5 signs aren't just relationship theories. They're pathways to finding genuine connection in a world full of distractions and false promises. When someone respects your boundaries, supports your growth, brings you peace instead of anxiety, shows consistent behavior, allows you to be your authentic self, turns conflicts into opportunities for closeness, fits naturally into your vision of the future, and aligns with your calm, clear intuition, you found someone truly special. Finding the right partner isn't about perfect compatibility or never having disagreements. It's about building something meaningful together on a foundation of mutual respect, authentic connection, and aligned values. Don't settle for less than what your heart truly desires. Don't ignore warning signs because you're afraid of being alone. And don't dismiss someone wonderful because they don't match some idealized checklist that has little to do with lasting happiness. The right relationship won't require constant work or painful compromise. It will feel like coming home to yourself while simultaneously expanding who you can become. Take these signs with you as you navigate your relationship journey. Use them as guideposts when the path seems unclear. Trust that when it's right, you'll know, not just in your mind, but in your heart and soul. If this video helped bring clarity to your relationship situation, please hit that like button. It helps others find this information too. And subscribe to our channel for more relationship breakthroughs that can transform how you experience love and connection. Your perfect match is out there, and now you know exactly how to recognize them.